you have a lower low, lower high, lower low, technically shifted bullish right here. Okay. Now it's bearish back to up to being bullish because we're following along within structure. It gave you a nice pullback, made a nice low. You have now a clear break here. Okay, so now that right there is double breaks. Okay, cool. Okay, so this high made this low, made this new high. You have a nice demand zone in here. Okay, cool. You can see that how my I put a lot of thought when it comes down to price or just structure, but how it could just shift at any given time. Okay, so now I have a bullish bias rather than a bearish bias in this area in here. Okay, so but remember what I said, even though that this is just one break, does not mean, oh yeah, let's fully go long, because this is the only deep retracement that I had. Look at the other one. It's just very, very mini. Okay. So we can say on a different time frame is this right here wouldn't exist. The only thing exists here is this break that's coming from this high that made, or that's coming from this low that made this high. That's it. And remember what I said, even though that you have just one break of structure does not mean, oh yeah, you have to fully go long. What I can do here in this scenario is that I can just add in one small contract if I know this could be risky. In this case, is it risky or is it safe? It's risky. If it's risky, then I'm not gonna just fully go within what I'm willing to lose or risk. Okay, so I'm gonna go in small because there's still a chance, there's still a deeper zone down here. Okay, so yeah, this is a break of structure to indicate, yeah, we can go long. Okay, great. So now that price made this break of a structure, now price can now see another upper move. But in this case, if I have a mini zone in here, then I can use that. Perfect. Okay, cool. So if I can confirm inside of here if I want to, or maybe I need to take an extra step. Okay, and what I mean by extra step is maybe I need to look for another break. Okay, there's nothing wrong with looking for another break, because remember, the market's not going to run away. You can always find another entry. There's always another opportunity. This is why you play the patience game. So what we can do here, just based off this live Zoom, let's just say, for example, I'm gonna just take this trade. Okay, I mean, for me, I would have waited for this break, honestly, but we can take this trade if we have the confirmation too. Okay, so break, this high, it's coming from this down push before the upper move. Great. So that right there is what's holding my bullish structure. Okay, so since this is a high that's making these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, because there's mini breaks here on different time frames. So let me just put that there. A mini break in here on lower time frames. So technically right now we're bearish. Okay, so what I would do here is, if this is the last low that's coming from this lower high, I can look for a break off this body to go long. Okay, so let's just look for a long position, and we're gonna buy here, and we're gonna go long. So what we're gonna do here, go into the trading panel, and you can see that inside this trading panel, you can connect your paper trading, which is your brokerage simulator by TradingView. Okay, so let's click it, let's connect, and now we have opened a an account or a paper trading account with TradingView. Okay, so again, it's demo funds, and within demo funds, you can pretty much see on how you can position yourselves, and that right there is, you can when you open this up, it will tell you an amount that you can edit, okay, which is your account balance. Okay, so in this case, you can create a paper trading account, so we can do that. And when you create paper trading accounts, you can type in the name that you want to and the balance behind it. If you want to do 2,000, 1,500, whatever it is, you can work within that. Okay, you can include a commission if you like to, because what does Thinkorswim and Webull do? They charge you a commission when you enter into contracts or shares. Okay, because that's the way that they make money. That's how they they are running. Okay, so in this case, I already have an account with them, and what we're gonna do here is that if you already set that up, perfect. But that's just on how you would create one when you open up the account or a paper trading account. And now that you have that, you have a little green symbol. With that green symbol, it means it's active. Okay, and so now within here, you can see that it has a little trade button here. Place an order via order panel, And that's what we want to click. And there you go. This whole thing right here is now what we can use as a buy or a sell. Sell means to go short and buy to go long. But in this case, our entry has already been tapped in, I think. So let me just look. No, it has not yet. And remember, we're looking for a body break. Okay, so let's continue here. So remember, sell is to go short at the current price, which is 443.60, or if you want to buy at a certain price, which is a bit above, and you can see the difference behind it. 443.57, or you can just see it fluctuates because what his price is doing, going up and down, going up and down, going up and down.
Right.
So you have a market order, limit order, stop order, and it's the same thing as in what you do within your stockbroker that you have currently. Okay, so what we can do here is that with 1 unit, right? So let me just put that there. So with 1 unit, it's just 1 share. Okay, and you can just see that the trade value behind it. You see that? 444 or $443.61 it will cost us just to buy 1 share. Okay, so we can't do options on this one. We can only do shares. Okay, but that's fine. What we can do here is just buy, let's say, since SPY is so big, it's worth 400 bucks. We're in the 400 range. It's difficult for me to buy like 10 shares because that's a lot of money, right? Because if you just put 10 shares, that's 4,000.
Right.
So this is why we do options. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just say if I was like a wealthy person, I could just buy 500 shares, and that right there is 221,000. Okay. So that's a lot of money. So in this case, what we can do here is just be something realistic, is we can say we can just buy 50. Okay, 50 or maybe 30. Okay. And if you're buying shares, I don't think you will be buying shares to day trade with this amount, because that's a lot. I'll be working on penny stocks or maybe small cap stocks, and I can trade that. Okay, at a good price. So let's just say we're gonna buy 30 shares, and we're gonna look for this break here at 443.65. So did it break? Not yet. So we're just waiting for it to break, and we'll buy the market. Okay, so now there we go. We're in. Okay, we're in. So let me just zoom in, and it got filled right here at let me just see the blue. Okay, so right in the blue we got filled at. Price did pull back a little bit because look at the next candlestick, we're down 30 cents, 90 cents. And now what we can do here is, let me just push this to the right if I can. So maybe I can't. What's going on? Okay. So now within here, oops, we're in our trade, but I'm trying to see. Okay, cool. You have this. If you put on your, you have 30 shares, correct? You have your take profit and you have your stop loss. With your stop loss, you're putting an area where you're comfortable with selling. For me, I could set it down here. Okay, so we can drag this stop loss down here. So it was honestly here, this wick, and there you go. Okay, modify. So cool. If we're wrong about this trade, we lose $5.40. Okay.
Okay.
And if we're right, and our target was this high in here, which is these equal highs. Remember what I said about equal highs or double tops? That's liquidity, correct? And so our target can be here. And if we're right about our target, perfect, we would collect a profit at $8.40. Okay, perfect. Okay. So right now we're currently up what? $2.70. That's something that we can just, collect, because that right there, you're right about the direction, you're right. But you can take profit here if you like to, and you can be done, right? Because
how do you take profit though?
So you could take profit just by clicking this X. Where it says close position.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Okay. So now it's like, if price makes a new higher high within body, what can you do with this stop loss? You could set it into a break even. Okay. So what I can do here is, if I don't want price to go lower than my entry, then I can set it at a break even. Look, you see on how I just moved my stop loss into where my initial blue was, which is my entry, I lose 0. But if I want to follow along with every single impulse move, my new stop loss would be here, but I'll get stopped out at a profit of 1.20 if, if price decides to pull back.
Yeah.
So you see, it's like a win or win situation.
Yeah.
And that's it. You win the
So
trade.
once you
lose
take profit, are you out of the contract or
Yeah,
order
you're out of the position. Correct.
out of the position?
Yep, out of the
Okay.
position. That's only if you sell your whole contracts. Okay, because if we have, remember, we have 30, you have a quantity of 30. You see that?
Okay.
And within that 30, you can take off 20, you can take off 10.
Oh, gotcha.
Things like
Okay.
that. Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, we'll be in this trade and we're going to take profit here because this is where we're really confident on where price could head to inside of here. And let's just see if we do take that, and if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Okay. So while that plays out, I'm gonna go grab a water real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. And look at this. Look at this. We're up 3.30, and we're we did not get stopped out.
Right.
And now there's a chance that we can make 8.40. If so, we can write this down in a journal, and it's very important to have a journal behind your whole trading your journey, okay, the trades that you take, because that's the way that you learn with every single trade, okay, because you're learning as in what the losses was, what the win were, how can it compare both, and you just set comments for yourself.
Correct.
But hopefully we can take out that equal high there because there is liquidity, of course, like that. Okay, but think about if we didn't have a stop loss and we had to break even to this amount here, or the entry parts, because if we did, then we would have been stopped out already. We would have been stopped out. Okay. But if we still had our stop loss in place, minimized, or just down here somewhere, then we would still be, you would have still been. But if we had a break even, we would have been stopped out and we wouldn't even be looking at this trade. And this is why I say, it's like when you're right about the direction, or even though that you're right about the direction, you can still get stopped out.
Right. So, okay, even when you have your stop loss and it won't let you, it'll stop there, right?
Correct. Correct.
You said you don't have to sit and watch it.
Correct.
Or whatever.
Correct. So now in this case, what we can do here, now that it made a new high, very impulsive, I can now fully set it to a break even, just like that, modify, and now this is my stop, okay?
Okay.
And now we lose 0 on this trade if it pulls back. But you can see that it's either we don't lose nothing at all, or we make something.
Right.
You can beat that. That right there is true risk management, how you can manage your trades, and how very important it is when you're scalping or you're day trading or any type of position you're in. This is the way that you have to approach it. So nice, a nice push. Let's see. Come on. There you go. Cancel right there. There you go. Order is sold. Boom.
Okay.
And there you go. We just took a nice win trade.